Whoa, it's a beautiful day to do these reactions, man. Like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud. Join the team before you hit the green. Listen, Mexico off the chain right now. So evidently a very important cartel leadership member was murdered, assassinated, whatever you want to call it. And it has resulted into a lot of chaos happening south of the border, bro. Let's get into this, man.
Bro, we out here trying to get back to the airport, bro, and this shit is getting scary as hell. Like, look outside, bro.
Y'all take y'all ass to Mexico right now if you want to. Well, you can't get there no way, I don't think. Somebody said, why would you go to Mexico?
Hey, bro,
this is crazy.
It's overly scary, bro. Overly scary. Hopefully we can make it home, bro.
Yeah, I hope that brother make it home, dog. I hope he does. I swear I do. Look at the comments. Somebody said, why would you go to Mexico? We're praying for you. Psalms 91 over you and everybody that's connected to you under the wings and the protection of the Almighty. An armed shield, dome, protection, safety. Please give us an update. Don't say hopefully. You will make it home safe. I pray for you guys. Boy, I would be shitting bricks if I was in Mexico right now, dog. No lie. I promise you, bro. I'm scared, bro. I don't play. I'm dead ass serious, man.
Mexico is in a crisis today after its army killed one of the country's most powerful cartel bosses, Nemesio Rubeno Sequeira Cervantes, also known as El Mencho. The raid unfolded Sunday in Tapalpa, Jalisco, where troops moved in to capture the cartel boss. He sustained gunshot wounds and died while being transported to Mexico City. In retaliation, the Jalisco New Generation cartel set up more than 250 roadblocks across 20 states, burning vehicles and disrupting major cities. Guadalajara, Mexico's second largest city, was largely paralyzed, and in Puerto Vallarta, smoke rose near the airport as gunfire sent travelers running. Travelers heading to Mexico found themselves rerouted Sunday as airlines were forced to divert flights. American tourists were told to shelter in place as violence spreads. Authorities say at least 14 people have been killed, including National Guard members and state officials.
Jeez.
So, who was El Mencho? Age 59 when he died, El Mencho had decades of involvement in drug trafficking and multiple U.S. indictments, including charges under the Drug Kingpin Enforcement Act. For more than a decade, El Mencho built CG&G into one of the country's most violent and technological advanced cartels, known for its military-style ambushes, drone-launched explosives, and a trafficking network that U.S. officials say reaches all 50 states. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum praised security forces for the operation, while the White House confirmed U.S. intelligence support and emphasized that El Mencho had long been a priority target. After El Mencho's death, security experts warned that CG&G could fracture and create a power vacuum that might spark more violence as factions compete for control.
Damn, bro, that is crazy. He basically said they was known for being technologically advanced and have military style ambushes, dog. Could you imagine the Crips and Bloods being like this? That'd be some crazy shit right there, bro. GDs and GDKs and vice lords moving with precision like that, bro. Putting bombs under people's cars, setting up coordinated attacks, ambushes, and things. Not drive-by shooters. I'm talking about real deal military style executions, dog. Bro, that would be some crazy shit, man. I saw a video earlier today. The dude was like, I don't care what y'all talking about on the internet. I'm going to Mexico. Everything I heard, it sounded like it's happening in the outside, not the Cancuns, not the Cozumels and all of them kind of places. Yo ass crazy, bro.
Mexican authorities have revealed more details about the operation that led to the killing of El Mencho, Mexico's most wanted cartel leader, one of the most dangerous cartel leaders in the world. According to Mexico's defense secretary, a romantic partner of El Mencho provided authorities with some information. They also said that the United States played a crucial role in providing intelligence and other resources.
Dog, so many dudes have fallen because of women. Well, they say a romantic partner. I'm assuming he's heterosexual. I doubt that he would be openly gay because of him being a high-ranking member of a cartel. I don't think they really look at that kind of stuff that favorably in Mexico. I'm not sure. But I'm assuming a woman. That's crazy.
This is the latest. According to Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum, this is her message from this morning.
El día de hoy ya hay más tranquilidad y hay gobierno, hay fuerzas armadas, hay gabinete de seguridad y hay mucha coordinación. Entonces pueden estar tranquilos de que se está resguardando la paz, la seguridad y la normalidad en el país.
But the country has descended into chaos in many different areas. There were about 250 blockades initially reported. Authorities said this morning that number had come down to about 85. But in Jalisco, highways were closed, buses were burned, trucks were burned. And although the vast majority of the blockades happened, about 65 of them, according to authorities in Jalisco, where the cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación operates, many other states were affected. About 70 people have been arrested and about 27 attacks have been carried out directly against Mexican authorities. And the U.S. State Department has maintained a shelter-in-place order for Americans in at least 5 different states to remain in place because it is too dangerous to venture out, even to get to the airports to catch their flights. Flights have been canceled. 3 different cruise ship companies canceled their plans to stop in Puerto Vallarta this week. I just heard from one friend who is in one of those states in Mexico that's affected by the violence. And she said, look, we are having a security team escort us to the airport because things are so unsafe. Mexico has also stepped up security presence in federal buildings and changed the president's plans for travel because of what's going on. And although authorities are sending a message that things are starting to calm down, that they kind of have the situation in order, every expert that has studied the behavior of these cartels is warning caution. They're saying, look, if the cartel can consolidate leadership or new leadership in the coming days or weeks, yes, you might see some calm. But if this descends into a turf war between cartels to command the areas that were controlled by this one in particular, or infighting within that cartel for who's going to assume leadership, you can expect that things will continue to get a lot worse.
Hey, dog, I wonder what kind of protective protocols do they have for the romantic partner, because they just threw her under the bus, boy. Boy, I know she got to be shitting bricks right now, knowing that everybody know it could have been her. Oh.
This is the actual military here?
Oh, look at this racist piece of shit here.
Holy, look at them all. Wow. How long this will go on until Mexican or American militaries are involved? Well, it looks like they're involved right now.
These areas look like a war zone. Hola. ¿Qué haces?
Just from 4 hours ago, y'all.
Tratando de buscar comida o algo.
Sí. ¿Por qué se encuentra en la calle?
Porque no tengo.
Ajá.
Soy deportada.
Viniste desde afuera y...
Tengo VIH.
Ajá.
Soy portadora del SIDA.
Ah, ok. ¿Y cómo enfermaste con esto?
Un hombre con el que vivía.
Wow.
Se metía con hombres.
Wow. Qué duro.
Yo ahorita ando batallando, no tengo ni qué comer.
¿Tienes medicina o algo así?
No agarrado nada porque no.
¿Cuántos años llevas?
No más como 5 meses. Okay.
¿De verdad?
Pero me siento muy
Ay.
físicamente.
¿Cómo se llama usted?
María.
Madre mía. Ok. Toma, María.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias, María. Wow. Maria back there said she had HIV. Oh, man. Obviously, it's hard not to be like a bit shocked or surprised when someone just tells you that. But again, when you just talk to people on the streets.
We've been coming down here for almost 20 years, and we've always told people to come down and check it out because you always feel safe here. We've never, ever not felt safe. And today was the first day as we left the hotel to go have breakfast and saw all the craziness going on and the violence and the smoke that we were actually terrified. And we saw the people running down the streets, running from the flames and stuff and the fire. And we ran back to the hotel, and then that's when they got the shelter in order place, and we've been here all day. And we're staying at Hotel Eloise, and there's no restaurant or bar or anything here. So we've all been here without anything all day, and the staff has been great, running and grabbing stuff and bringing us some snacks and some water and stuff. But it's been pretty scary, as you can see from the videos and pictures I shared, that blocks away is where all of it's happening, and all the OXXOs, they burnt down all of the little OXXOs. So there's been little fires and stuff all over the city around us where it's normally fun and nice and people walking around and all the little local restaurants and all the locals being locked up and hidden with us too. And there's a few homeless people that were brought into this hotel they allowed in so that they had some place to go too. So it's been quite surreal knowing this warm, wonderful place that we come to visit a couple times a year is in lockdown and just terrifying for all the people. We've been coming down.
Boy, shit done got serious, man. Shit then got serious, y'all. Somebody said this country is hosting FIFA World Cup in June. I don't know about that, partner. That they might gotta cancel that, bro. Shit. This is the airport at Guadalajara.
No mames. ¿Están bien?
Dog, that had to be so scary, bro. Boy, I would be freaked out. I promise you, dog. I'm bothered. Y'all see that dude?
Es horrible.
Man, y'all see Buddy? Look at Buddy right there, man. Dude, dog, shit. That boy got ice water in his veins, man. I'd be in there tripping right now.
Mexico.
It's not possible to get out right now because first, we're not allowed to leave the resort under any circumstance. So we're locked down in the resort. And even if we went out on the streets, the cartel would stop us and force us to get out of the car and light the car on fire. So the whole city is under lockdown. No one is going out because everyone is scared of getting stopped by the cartel. It is definitely really scary. I hope that it ends soon. This is supposed to be like a vacation, a sanctuary where everything is peaceful. And then now it's like I'm currently in a war zone. They're lighting buses on fire, so there are explosions. And yeah, I saw 5 of them from my room yesterday, and it's still really smoky. Like my eyes burn when I go outside, and it smells very smoky. Like the first thing in the morning, I opened the door and it was like an immediate rush of smoke. I do feel like more of a target knowing that we are involved. And I feel like the cartel is a little angry that the US is involved. So I'm scared that I'm going to be targeted more. I think that we should have been warned in some sort of way, or at least they could have put out a travel advisory to not travel to Mexico during this time if they knew they were going to do something like this.
Boy, you think they care about you? Ah, shit, man. That's fucked up, dude. Nah, they're not going to cut the money off, though. We need you tourists and those tourist dollars to come in, man. Hey, bro, you know what's dope? You know what's crazy? If you broke right now, things could be worse. You could have had money and had the means to go to Mexico right now and been stuck. So, man, you almost got to thank God you broke and couldn't afford to go to this place right now. That's crazy that my mind took it there, y'all.
My friend just told me she's stuck in Mexico at the airport because the cartel just took over the airport, y'all. I
ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. This nigga's voice don't match what I see.
Tell y'all the videos and the picture she just sent to me of the cartel running all throughout the airport and taking people hostage. My life is like fearing for her right now. Like, I feel so bad for her.
So sorry for your friend. Moving on.
Estos hombres fuertemente armados y que se movilizan en vehículos blindados sofisticados y con protección especial, aunque usted no lo crea, no son miembros.
Oh, I forgot everybody don't speak Spanish like me, guys. Let me translate. They said this shit fucked up out here, y'all. Don't come over here. The cartel, they looking for blood right now. They mad that they killed their leader. That's what they just said.
Del ejército ni de ninguna otra fuerza armada oficial de México.
Somebody just said that they still hope the FIFA.
Son integrantes de grupos armados vinculados al narcotráfico, utilizados para proteger territorios, enfrentar rivales y desafiar a las autoridades.
They just said, as long as we got ammunition and Red Bull, we're going to be able to hold this thing for as long as possible. Bro, that is crazy, man.
The president of Mexico has evacuated the capital city as the cartels close in on taking over the country. President Claudia Sheinbaum, who has been evacuated as the cartel has taken over around half of Mexico.
Now, why would you put this loud ass music?
This is all because 2 days ago, leader El Mencho was taken out by the army. And then the cartel showed up in uniforms like this, being more prepared and equipped than the actual army of Mexico.
Who's selling them this tactical gear and the weapons? Who they getting the weapons from, y'all? Because I know they ain't making these weapons in Mexico.
Why the National Guard had to deploy thousands of Mexican troops to try to take back cities, as the cartel was burning and placing roadblocks at the entrances of all cities, and as well as turning them to absolute war zones. In this video by the coast, you see a Mexican chopper after conducting airstrikes. The cartel also does possess anti-aircraft missiles. The Mexican president is also considering declaring war on the cartels, which would escalate this into a full-scale civil war.
It looks like a war already. What you talking about?
Up to 4 million Mexican army reservists. But the cartel is already vowing to fight back. Comment below your thoughts on this. Who's gonna win? And make sure to follow me for the newest update.
Man, nigga don't know who finna win. I just know I'm glad I'm not over there. I know it's like known for some really, really good food. I ain't never been there. I would love to go, but I ain't going right now. That's for damn sure.
Hello, travelers from Puerto Vallarta, my favorite place in the world and a place I wish I was at under better circumstances. I know a lot of you guys didn't realize I was here. I actually came for a surgery my mom is doing, and of course we're stuck in the lockdown. I've seen a lot of...
They're in Mexico for a surgery her mother's doing. That lets you know how fucked up the American healthcare system is, because people got to go to other countries to get the care that they need, because you got to do all kind of shit over here.
Misinformation online and wanted to share what's actually going on down here on the ground for anyone who has family here who's worried, or people who are here who just need more information. Yesterday I was sitting on this rock and I started to see fires all over the place. It was unlike anything I've ever seen here. All the years I lived here. If you didn't know, I'm married to a Mexican. He was shocked. I was asking him for more information because he's not actually here with me at the moment. He's visiting his family near Mexico City.
Is that what the shit popping over?
Told to shelter in place from what we're hearing online, but the hotels never actually told us anything. It was just kind of through information I heard through the guests, and then I also heard they're not letting people leave. From what I've heard, no civilians have been affected so far. It's mainly just setting fires to block the streets and setting a couple buildings on fire. I feel really bad for the people who are in downtown, because it seems like that's where most of the activity is, but here in the Marine it's totally quiet. Luckily my family had stocked up on food and water, but the thing we're most concerned about is the other people who don't have access to that right now, or people who need baby formula. There is one grocery store open, Soriana, that's in between Sheraton and downtown, that is open. The lines are crazy, but you can at least get something. As of this morning, everything is totally clear on the coast. So it doesn't look like they have any more fires happening yet, as of like whatever time it is now. I think it's like 8. But of all the years I've ever lived in Mexico, I've never heard a night so quiet. It was really, really eerie. Our hotel luckily has a restaurant. I don't know if it's going to be open today, though. A lot of people here don't have food, so we'll see what happens. I was talking to some of the workers, and they said they're probably going to stay overnight here. And which brings you to my next point. My husband and I have always been advocates of how beautiful Mexico is and how you shouldn't listen to the things on the news to scare you from coming. Right now, I would say if you have a trip coming up in the next month, I'll be real with you, I would cancel. We don't know how this is going to pan out, but don't let that shape your opinion of Mexico. The people here are so, so kind, even throughout these crazy circumstances. I feel for the people who can't leave, you know, that have families here. I'm waiting for my flight, hopefully at the end of the week, but there's some people who can't leave. And they've been so kind and opening to people who are stuck on the streets, homeless people, families that were just roaming around on a Sunday morning, letting them into their homes. There's been reports of people providing food to their neighbors without asking for a peso in return. So those are the stories I want to make sure you know about. There is this cruise ship that's just kind of stopped here. I saw them pulling in. I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. To anyone here right now, what I would recommend doing is staying where you are and make sure you are registered with the STEP program if you are a U.S. citizen. That is how they can contact you in case of more information. Hello, travelers from...
Boy, Americans going to other countries acting like shit sweet, boy. Shit crazy. I'm telling you. This gonna hurt Mexico in the long run, bro. All of this bad press that they putting out got Americans afraid to travel there and stuff, even though a lot of places are 1,000 miles away from the action. But nobody cares. People gonna see these videos and these articles and these news headlines and say, oh, it's a war going on. They gonna cancel them damn trips, dog. I'm already knowing, straight up.
Thousands of Americans.
When I got this message from my Airbnb host, out of context, very scary. If you don't know what's happening right now in Puerto Vallarta, the leader of a very popular Mexican cartel died. And the cartel is retaliating against the government by setting cars and buildings on fire and storming Guadalajara airport, threatening the lives of civilians and American citizens. Not the best. And I feel very helpless, but not hopeless. I have to remember that, like, this is not a vacation spot. Like, people actually live here. These are people's homes, people's lives. I'm grateful that I chose an Airbnb that is off in the cut. My Airbnb host has been taking care of me like this entire time and been absolutely amazing. I feel like as a woman, when natural disasters happen, the 3 worst things to happen to us is getting SA'd, getting pregnant, or having your period. And of course, I just so happened to be on my period. And I was worried about that because I was like, oh. And when I told my Airbnb host, she just gave me the pads that she had and some laundry detergent. If you're planning to come to Mexico, first of all, don't. Cancel your trip. I don't care where it is. You need to stay out. And I even had to ask her, I'm like, girl, what can I do for you? This is your home. This is your house. How can I help you? That is happening.
I know a lot of people are tripping out down here in Mexico, but honestly, this is so sick. I'm taking a golf cart on a freaking walk path. It's like a snow day, dude. You can do whatever you want down here. Now I'm going to go surf, and there's going to be nobody down there. Check this out. Yeah, this is usually the joint where you got to like check in and they tell you what you can't do and stuff. Not today, baby. Freaking prime beach. Nobody's on
Dude
there.
feel like he in the 1600s discovering the Americas right now.
There's no way. Oh, there's like a big chicken. Even the animals are just having a good time. Hell yeah. Dude, this is so wild.
Blow you
so this is
brains out the back of your shit.
Kooks hang out, and this thing is just like full of kids and shit getting in my way. But I checked Surfline this morning. It's going to be like 3 to 5s out here today. And it's just old Dave out here getting wet. Dude, 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you got a trip booked down here, keep that shit, dude. This whole thing's just going to keep the kooks out. I was out there surfing with sea turtles. Huge sea turtles. Never seen that. Nobody out in the water, just me and the sea turtles. I just had the best day of my life. I know a lot of people are...
Yeah, this is wild, dog. Dude, fucking country's burning down to the ground. He out there worried about surfing, dog.
Everybody basically like, oh my God, Mexico on lockdown. Not my Mexico. Not mine. My Mexico fine. What you talking about? Get at your Mexico.
Dog, black people gonna always make a joke out of something, boy. This is crazy. Nigga said, how you getting home, though? That's what somebody in the comment section said. Cartel watching this video. Your flight canceled, though. The cartel watching is on the way to Cancun until you hear Juan Martha playing. Shit, not his Mexico. You're literally 1,000 miles from where the events happened. The news makes people believe it happened all over Mexico. They really doing a great job of spreading that. People are dying. People act like Mexico is a city. It's a country. Not all parts are affected. Like, isn't Mexico City one of the most populated cities on earth? I want to say.
I have never once wanted to vacation in Mexico because of this exact situation. I was always afraid that the cartel was just going to wake up and decide to kill everybody they see. See, bro. And we Americans, so that kill is worth a little bit more to them. Them killing us is like a huge ego boost. I've never wanted to go over there. Not once. And now I'm seeing everybody that vacation over there, they is stuck because the government then took out the cartel leader and the cartel is taking over. They then took over the airport, the grocery stores. They killing everybody in sight. No, I've never wanted to go over there. Not once. And them cartel members don't play. They savages. They just lost their God, basically. This cartel leader, they just lost their Lord. So they don't, anybody they see is on sight. These Americans that stuck in the hotels, I mean, I'm hoping nothing happened, but them cartel members don't care. But them folks will go up in that hotel and bust down every single door and shoot up every single room that got a body in it. Them folks, that is the real definition of get it back in blood. Them folks don't play. I'll never go to Mexico for no vacation. And this just solidified my fears.
There you have it, folks. Mexico. Damn. Hype the video up, man, if you got something left for this week. I'm going to keep putting these videos out for y'all, man. Hopefully it was entertaining for you, because I don't know shit about what's going on other than the fact that the news headline said they took out a high-ranking member of the cartel and now they want it back in blood. Guys, I'm just as knowledgeable about this as y'all are, which is very little. I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one. Watch this video.